And Jabari Parker is a guy we'll have our eye on tonight. Had to sit out most of last season after he tore the ACL. Shaq, you still have to like the kid's future.
You know what I like him, Marty? He showed us that he can score consistently on the NBA level. He had an early setback, but he's motivated as any young player. I know you see his commercials. He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's a very efficient scorer at his position. And for his age, he's got a great deal of skill. And I think he's the forgotten man in Milwaukee because they made the playoffs. But this guy was their best player before that happened.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Milwaukee Bucks come into this one after the win against the... The Bucks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. So on the floor for Cleveland, Brown, he's in at shooting guard. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Irving, and it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Irving kicks to Brown. Kicks it out to Prince. The feed to Love. And a wide open look for Irving. That's in there. Love with the assist.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Love. Monroe, wide open. Shot is no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Passes it to Prince. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson right side. Irving kicks to Brown. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. Carter Williams with it. He's picked up by Irving. Middleton dishes to Parker. The Cavaliers pull it in. Irving passes to Brown. Kicks it out to Love. Pass to Thompson. And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And now your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Kyrie Irving. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged 18 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he leads the way for them in the scoring department.
Always looking for a crease in the defense, poking, prodding, and manufacturing points.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Monroe. John Henson comes in for Jabari Parker. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Harkless kicks to Aldrich. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. 5th on the list, J.R. Smith.
Anytime you can shoot that high a percentage from behind the arc, that's not only a good year, that's an outstanding year. This season was rock solid from behind the arc.
That free throw good from Brown. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Now here's Carter Williams, covered by Mills. Aldrich, no good. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. To the inside, stolen by Middleton. Harkless dishes to Middleton. Pass to Harkless. To the wing on the left. Carter Williams with it. He's against Fry. Aldrich, no good. Just 3 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
He hits the second from the line. At the end of 1. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he's still...
Defensively, offensively.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like this. It's a different look for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Aldrich. Parker comes in for Henson. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Chris Middleton. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Laverne. Love comes in for Channing Frye. Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. And Irving subbed in for Patty Mills. So on the floor for Cleveland, Brown in at shooting guard. Kevin Love out there with Smith. Then it's Thompson, and it's Irving at the 1 spot. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He ended with 20 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. From the arc. No good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Carter Williams. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
There's 1:17 left in the first half. Brown against Antetokounmpo, and Brown throws it down hard.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Irving attacking, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he sinks the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Milwaukee in the lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Harkless kicks to Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Good on the shot. Carter Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Brown, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to on the bunch with some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Monroe. Henson comes in for Parker. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Carter Williams. Chris Middleton is out there with Mo Harkless. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's John Henson. And it's Aldrich in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Smith. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Antetokounmpo. Carter-Williams the pass to Aldridge. Henson with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton for 3. Mills with the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And defensively, guys, they've lost something since halftime. I mean, they've given up open looks. They've got to buckle down and get some stops here. Play with some urgency.
And the Bucks making a change here. Hickson's checked in. Carter-Williams dishes to Aldridge. Middleton drives in. Misses from close range.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
Hickson a screen. Carter-Williams kicks to Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in, and he sinks the second. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-1 run. Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 6. Harkless with it. Picked up by Brown. Hickson a screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Smith. Last season's performance for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team. It's been a good night for Brown. He's got 14 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And Brown drops them both. The Bucks have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Love.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Bucks trail by 8. And the pass to Harkless. From deep. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Harkless has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And Brown drops them both. Here's Carter-Williams. Hickson a screen. 1 second left. Misses there.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks answer.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play. A different look for Milwaukee. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. Henson comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Hickson in for Chris Middleton. And Cleveland also making a change. Brown's checked in on the court for Cleveland. Brown, he's in at point guard. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Johnson, and it's Prince in at the 3. Monroe left side. Johnson against Hickson. Henson the pass to Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Parker. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
There's Brown with the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Monroe's got his 4th rebound in this one. Parker drives in to the middle. It's tipped. Monroe right side. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for John Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for J.J. Hickson. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Cole Aldrich.